Hi, I'm Daniel Fisher here at Sweetwater, and today I'm with Tony Escueda from Yamaha, and he is showing us the new MODX M 6, 7, and 8. We have a 7 here, and I'm really excited about this because I'm currently touring with an MODX, and I'm really excited to see what these new features are.
A lot of great new features on this keyboard. A lot of them have to do with just physically putting your hands on the keyboard and being able to change the sound. We have 8 sliders on here now, 6 knobs underneath the screen, plus, of course, 4 knobs above the parts. We also have an added hard portamento switch to turn portamento on and off, and a knob for that.
Nice, I don't have to go diving.
Exactly, no menu diving. We have an additional button in here that's over here with all the other ones called navigation. And that way when you want to go and edit or change something, it's like a one-stop sign display, so you can see exactly where you want to go, and I want to go and look at the filter EG, I can go there. But you don't have to do any menu diving, you can just count on going to navigation.
Nice.
So this is something also that came from Montage.
And it's an order of signal flow too.
Yeah, absolutely. You also have a keyboard hold feature, so you can have it permanently hold the key on, so that if you're one of those players that you just want to play stuff and start turning knobs while a groove is going on, you can do that. A lot of different things on here have evolved into basically it came from the Montage M, and that's basically what the MODX M is it is a leaner, lighter weight, more affordable Montage M technology for the person that maybe they want the big money keyboard, but they don't have the big money bucks. They want those big money sounds, and they can get them in the MODX M.
And I really got to agree with the weight. I mean,
yeah.
I cannot believe, this is a 7, you know, I can't even imagine how light the 6 is.
The case I brought this in is heavier than the keyboard.
And then the 88, what's that weigh about?
It's under 30 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's very, very light. As far as the rest of the interface, what's great is you have 8 scene buttons, which I know you appreciate for live performance, right?
I use those a lot.
And I think that no better way to really show that is to show you how you might use that with a sound like this that is actually doing different things with the different scenes. So a simple string sound with a tremolo, but it will have a different sound setting when I use. But here, I can still have. So you can have it articulate all sorts of different things. It could be drum beats, it could be licks, all sorts of different stuff. And you can set all these things up, so it's almost like having a built-in, like 8-memory digital mixer for every one of the performances in the keyboard. As far as really expressive sounds, I think some of the fun things that are in here are not only, as keyboard players, you know, we'll play and do whistle sounds where. This actually also has some of those articulations actually built into the velocity. So you can switch back and forth between the two of doing it manually. So a lot of great expressive stuff. And of course, all the things that you would expect to find from Montage are in here as well.
So like how the pianos compared to the MODX?
The pianos are, you know, you have the CFX Concert Grand piano in here. So you have all the pianos that are in the Montage M are in this as well. In addition to that, some of the most fun sounds in here are like movie trailer type sounds. So all sorts of fun things that we're all used to hearing when we're sitting in the movies and waiting to see our. All those suspenseful. No, at the same time, traditional sounds. But at the same time, maybe it's something more like an orchestral instrument with lots of expression on the super knob. Which of course I can control with my foot. I'll try to do standing up here. So lots of musical expression, lots of sonic variety, and that's really what, you know, at Yamaha, we're very focused about sound.
And then how is this as a controller?
As a controller, this will operate as a MIDI controller as well, so you can control 4 zones. You also have the ability with the 2-host connection on the back, so this actually has MIDI audio and MIDI so you can connect, and you have the capability of recording directly to any computing device, including your iPhone or your iPad or a tablet. Our driver is actually built into iOS, so we could take the correct cable with this. And if say you're a working musician or a church musician, and you have to play an arrangement for somebody of a particular thing that you're doing, and you just need to send it to them in a phone call or a text, you can simply plug that in, record even just into the simple voice recorder in your phone, and text it to somebody. So there's a lot of really great connectivity things with this that allow you to connect to everyday devices that you use, your computer, your phone, and so on. So how about we look at some of the more interesting sounds in here, let's say even something simple like an electric piano with a little bit of distortion on it. So you get a really good and of course, you also have the ability, to change the timbre with the knobs and so on. And not only just a particular like time-based piano, but maybe if it's something more like a of course, the assignable buttons will do different things, add different effects. Besides the conventional instruments, let's look at some of the things that are more synthesizer-based. And this Wavefolder Symphony is fantastic. So you can have all of those traditional instruments, but you can have very silky, very granular synthesizer sounds, or a combination of something traditional like a string with the pad and so on. So a lot of great stuff like that in here. At the same time, you want to go in here and do something more like an older traditional sound, like say a brass sound from something like the DX1. And you want to store different variations of that. Using motion sequence.
It's definitely FM.
Yeah, so lots of great stuff there. And then of course, spiralizer feedback. FM variations is another great one. Maybe more like a warm analog type sound using Smart Morph. Polydreams is one of my favorite analog sounds in here.
Tony, thanks for showing this. This is really nice to get a first look at it. If you have any further questions about the MODX M series, contact your Sweetwater sales engineer or go to sweetwater.com.